Welcome to day 7 of this 31-day challenge. Thursdays are stretch out day this month. For those looking to build a habit of movement, these quick but effective routines are a great way to set a goal. For those looking to continue strengthening their Pilates practice, I'll share all the tips and cues for you to practice correct form. Now let's move. Let's start in a high kneeling position. First, let's get the pelvis in neutral. If you're like me, you might stick your butt out a little bit all the time. We're going to lengthen the hip flexors and make one nice line from head to hips to knees. Now bring the right foot out in front, level off the hips. Hinge forward, stretching the inner thigh, and back. 5 more rounds. Let it be calming. Take some nice breaths. Last one. Right leg out to the side now, in line with your other knee. Hands plant on the ground. Hinge the hips back, hinge the hips forward. 5 more like this. Nice hip mobilization here. When I first started trying to get into a habit of movement, there were some days where I was in pain or sick, but I really wanted to keep the momentum up. So I still moved on those days, but I gave myself permission to do it in a gentle way. Maybe it was yoga or stretching or light Pilates if I was up to it. But by continuing to show up every day, even when it was tough, I eventually made movement second nature. I didn't have to use discipline because it was just a habit. Other side. High kneeling. Lunge forward. Make sure foot is in line with knee. Forward and back. 5 more. Foot out to the side. Hinge back and forward. 5 more. Now let's move our spine. The tendency in this one is going to be to kink the side. I want you to think up and over. We want both sides to stay as long as possible. The space between my thumb and the middle finger, I want to keep this lengthened. Hands behind the head and side bend up and over to the left. Direct your breath into your ribs and let the right ribs expand. Back to center with control. Other side. Reach up and over to the right. Deep inhale to stretch the ribs. Back to center. 2 more rounds like this. Up and over to the left. Center. Up and over to the right. Center. Up and over to the left. Center. Up and over to the right. Center. Now let's add a twist. Up and over to the left. Twist the ribs down towards the floor. Untwist. Back to center. Other side. Up and over to the right. Twist just the ribs down towards the floor. Untwist. Center. 2 more rounds like this. Up and over. Twist. Untwist, center. Up and over. Twist. Untwist, center. 1 more round. Okay, left leg goes long in front. Right leg can bend in front or behind. And hinge forward, trying to keep the shoulders square with your foot in front of you. Hinge forward and back, or whatever feels good. A lot of people live with pretty tight hamstrings, so let's breathe into the stretch and encourage them to lengthen and relax. Other side. Remember to breathe. Now come to your back, hamstring nerve flossing. Right knee bent, left knee to chest. Bring the hands behind the thigh, heel to the ceiling, toe back down. Bend and straighten a few times like this. There's no particular breathing pattern with this one, just breathe naturally, or maybe not naturally since most of us don't take full breaths, but take nice calming breaths. Other leg can go long if that feels good or accessible. And then other side. Hands behind the thigh, heel to ceiling, toes back down. Last, straighten and bend. I'm bringing my arms overhead to feel a nice long stretch through my whole body. A couple of breaths here. And you're done. I appreciate you taking the time to move with me today. I hope you feel stronger every day. Bye.
I want to see a YouTube